Hi, good evening, everyone. This is Shefali Singla, and in this session, we will continue our discussion with the previous year questions on Unit 2 Digital. So, first of all, I'll be discussing the questions from some number systems, and then we'll talk about the questions from counters and K-map. तो मैंने आप लोगों को बोला था कि इन टॉपिक्स को रिवाइज करके आइएगा. So I hope you must have revised those concepts. अगर नहीं किए तो भी कोई issue नहीं है. Anyhow, I'll be providing the detailed solutions. So let's proceed towards the first question for the session. So here you are given with the quadratic equation and the factors of the equation, and you have to tell that what is the radix of the number. That means आपको base find करना है. So again, uh, you guys can try solving this question, and अगर आपको कहीं पे भी doubt लगता है तो please write in the chat section. Otherwise there are multiple ways to solve this question. एक तो आपको quadratic equation दी हुई है, factors दिए हुए हैं, तो हमारे पास एक concept होता है that the sum of the factors of the equation is equal to minus b upon a. What is this a or b? So if the quadratic equation is given in the form ax squared plus bx प्लस c इज इक्वल टू 0, तो इस केस में हम बोलते हैं सम ऑफ द रूट्स ऑफ दिस इक्वेशन. इस इक्वेशन के जो भी रूट्स होते हैं दैट इज इक्वल टू माइनस बी अपॉन ए. अब इस केस में आप देख सकते हैं, सो दिस इज मेथड 1. सो इन दिस केस b is minus 10, so I'll substitute the value of b. It is minus 10 upon minus 10, और यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी एक माइनस आ रहा था, सो लेट मी यूज इट. सो इट बिकम्स 10 डिवाइडेड बाय 1, सो इट इज इक्वल टू 10. ये कौन से बेस में है? वी डू नॉट नो द बेस, सो एनी हाउ वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट इट. सो वी कैन से दैट द सम ऑफ रूट्स इज इक्वल टू, इन दिस केस वॉट एवर रूट्स आर गिवन टू यू, सम ऑफ रूट्स that is equal to 10, or you can say minus 10 upon 1, and roots are given as x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 7. So this comes out to be 4 with some base plus 7 with some base, and this comes out to be 10 with some base divided by 1 with some base. So ultimately this is simplified to 11 because base same hai. So 11 base r is equal to 10 r. Okay, now here you can find out the value for the r. आपके पास base r है, दोनों को decimal में convert कर लो and you'll get the equation. So this comes out to be 1 into r raised to power 1 plus 1 into r raised to power 0 is equal to 1 into r plus 0. Or, oh, wait a minute. Here we have done, it is 4 into r raised to power 0, or you can simply write this as 7 into r raised to power 0. So now when you'll solve this, what value for r are you getting? Very good evening, Arun. Good evening, Wani. So in this case, we are getting 4 plus 7 is equal to r. r कैसे आया? 1 into r raised to power 1 plus 0 into r raised to power 0. So this implies that r is equal to 11. This is one method, correct? Now second method is, यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया है, जो भी आपके पास numbers है, I'm just converting these numbers to the decimal, और हमने equation को equate करवा दिया. But यहाँ पे problem ये है कि कुछ students जैसे quadratic equations के साथ comfortable नहीं है, how to find out the roots, और sum of roots क्या होता है, product of roots क्या होता है, तो उस case में आप ये method use नहीं कर पाएंगे. So that means we need to know some brute force method. Can somebody tell me that what can be the brute force method? ये तो एक मेथड हो गया, बट यहाँ पे मैंने एक कॉन्सेप्ट यूज किया विच इज रिटन हियर over the top right corner, that the sum of roots is equal to minus b upon a. What if we do not know what is the sum of the roots? How will you solve it? तो सिंपली आपके पास इक्वेशन है, रूट्स आपको दिए हुए हैं, कोई भी एक रूट लो, ऑलरेडी रूट्स ऑफ द इक्वेशन आर गिवन टू यू, पिक एनी रूट एंड सब्सटीट्यूट इट इन द इक्वेशन. बेस आर हमें नहीं मालूम कि ये जो 10 और 26 दिया हुआ है ये कौन से बेस के साथ दिया हुआ है. कंसिडर दिस एज बेस आर. लेट्स सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन विद अनदर मेथड, मेथड 2. अब यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे, हम रूट्स लेंगे एंड विल substitute the roots in the equation. X square minus 10 कौन से बेस में हमें नहीं मालूम. This is what we have to calculate. X is the factor plus 26 कौन से बेस में आ रहा है. Obviously यहाँ पे जो भी रिजल्ट आएगा it will be greater than 7 because 6 अगर बेस 7 है या 7 से ग्रेटर है तभी डिजिट 6 पॉसिबल है, इक्वल टू 0. नाउ पिक एनी of the factor. दोनों में से कोई भी फैक्टर उठा लीजिए, anyhow both will work. So if you are trying with x is equal to 4, x is equal to 7, it will return the same answer. दोनों में से कोई भी एक लेना है, this is the or. Just substitute one factor in the equation. Equation के factors आपको given है, so just see what values we are getting. So if x is equal to 4, this equation becomes 4 square minus ये base r में है, so I'm writing this as 1 into r raised to power 1 plus 0 into r raised to power 0 into x. X is 4 plus 2 into r raised to power 1 plus 6 into r raised to power 0. This is equal to 0. Simplify it, it comes out to be 16 minus, this is 4 into r, 4r plus this term becomes 0, then plus 2r plus 6. This is equal to 0. So this comes out to be minus 2r. 22 minus 2r is equal to 0. So we can say that 2r is equal to 22 and r is equal to 11. So we have got the radix as 11. So answer is option D. Similarly, अगर आप x is equal to 7 से चेक कर रहे हो, जस्ट एक बार चेक करके बताओ, are you getting the radix as 11? just substitute the value जिस तरीके से मैंने एक फैक्टर सब्सटीट्यूट करवाया है. I have used x is equal to 4. Check with x is equal to 7. Are you getting the correct answer? Anyhow, you should get the correct answer because this is also the factor of the given equation. कैसे सब्सटीट्यूट करेंगे, जिस तरीके से हमने 4 सब्सटीट्यूट किया, सो x की वैल्यू आप 7 ले रहे हो. 7 square minus 10. Okay, let me directly expand this. So it is 7 square minus 1 into r raised to power 1 plus 0 into r raised to power 0 into 7 plus 2 into r raised to power 1 plus 6 into r raised to power 0 equal to 0. So this comes out to be 49 minus 7r plus 2r plus 6 is equal to 0. So this comes out to be minus 5r plus 55 is equal to 0. So 5r is equal to 55. Hence r comes out to be 11. So I have discussed two methods for solving such kind of questions. एक method है जो भी आपको factor दिया हुआ है, substitute that in the given equation क्योंकि equation का ही factor है. So that will tell you the base. Second method is अगर आपको value substitute नहीं करनी है, factor substitute नहीं करने हैं, तो in this case I have used one concept that sum of the roots is minus b upon a. So this is how you can solve this question. Is this clear? Both the methods are on the screen. Anyone having any doubt in this method? If no, then let's move on to the next question. This is based on the counters. So We had talked about synchronous and asynchronous counters. Can somebody tell me that whether this is synchronous or asynchronous counter? Just by looking at the clock, you can tell that whether the counter is a synchronous or asynchronous counter. So this is synchronous or asynchronous. And asynchronous counters are also known as ripple counters क्योंकि wave form में चलते हैं. So this is an example of synchronous or asynchronous counter. I cannot see enough comments. This is something which we have already covered. What does the following logic diagram represents? आपको एक diagram दिया हुआ है. In this diagram, there are two flip-flops taken, that is JK flip-flop, connected in some order with the clock. Here, is this the common clock which is applied to both the flip-flops or it's the different one? So this is Q0, Q0 complement, Q1 and Q1 complement. यहाँ पे आप ध्यान से देख सकते हैं जो एक्सटर्नल क्लॉक है दैट इज ओनली अप्लाइड टू वन फ्लिप फ्लॉप. दिस इज द एक्सटर्नल क्लॉक. External clock is applied to only one flip flop depending on the output of ये जो second flip flop है इसकी clock किससे connected है? It's connected with the output of the first flip flop. So this means that the external clock is applied only to one flip-flop and other flip-flops are controlled by the output of other flip-flops. So this means that this is asynchronous counter. Correct? Synchronous में क्या होता है? Same clock is applied to all the flip-flops. So this is asynchronous counter. So that means synchronous. अरुण synchronous का मतलब क्या होता है? Synchronized है. Synchronized कब होंगे? When the same clock is applied. We have covered this in our sessions, right? So synchronous counter cannot be the option. Combinational circuit ये है नहीं because here flip-flop is used, that is the memory element. Combinational circuits में memory element नहीं होता है. So that means this is sequential circuit. So option 3 cannot be the answer. दो options तो वैसे ही eliminate हो गए. Now we have discussed that the external clock is applied to a flip-flop और उस flip-flop की जो output होती है that is the least significant bit or the most significant bit. Now we have two options. It's a ripple counter and mod 2 counter. Mod 2 counter means ये जो counter है it will be generating two states. Although we have talked about the number of states, so this is going to generate 4 states. तो definitely यहाँ पे 2 states तो नहीं आएंगी. So mod 2 counter भी नहीं है. Answer is 2. But definitely, Sarika, correct option for this question is 2. So this is an example of the ripple counter. All right. Can you tell me that what will be the sequence of the output? External clock जिस भी flip flop को लगाई जाती है, the output of that flip flop is the least significant bit, Q0 and Q1. Initially, when the clock is 0, I'm discussing the functionality of ripple counter. Asynchronous counter किस तरीके से काम करता है? Initially, let's assume that the outputs are 0. Q0 के लिए भी output 0 है, Q1 के लिए भी output 0 है. For both, output is 0. When J is equal to K and both are equal to 1, जब J और K दोनों की value 1 होती है, तो it is going to toggle the output, right? जैसे ही आप clock apply करते हो, when J is equal to 1, K is equal to 1, it needs to toggle the output. So here the output will be toggled. If the previous output is, I'm going to apply the first clock. जैसे ही first clock apply की, Q0 की value toggle हो जाएगी, it will be toggled to 1. Now, if you check for the second flip-flop, ये जो clock है, क्योंकि bubble use हो रहा है, so this is the negative clock. Negative का मतलब क्या होता है? Negative edge triggering में what is happening? हमारे पास positive और negative edge triggering हो सकते हैं. Positive edge triggering means when it's going on the positive side. Positive means जब 0 से उठकर 1 पे जा रहे हैं, so this is positive edge triggering. Positive edge. And negative edge is when it is coming from 1 to 0. This is 0 to 1. So the arrow is from 1 to 0. एंड नेगेटिव को हम रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, नेगेटिव क्लॉक इज रिप्रेजेंटेड विद the bubble. Bubble is basically used to complement. So this is the representation for negative edge, and for positive edge, it's simply this is the representation. So negative में it is going from 1 to 0. So that means J or K flip flop कब activate होगा? When the clock, that means the value of Q naught is going from 1 to 0, because this is the negative clock, right? So Q naught की value यहाँ पे 1 to 0 हो रही है? No. That means flip-flop 1 will not be working. Let me call this as flip-flop 0. Flip-flop 1 will not be activated because it's not applied with the negative clock. यहाँ पे value क्या change हो रही है? 0 to 1, that is positive. So this is not going to change its output. Next clock. Anyhow, Q naught will be toggled every time because the external clock is applied. So this is something like 0, 1, 0, something like this. And here, now the value is changing from 1 to 0. 1 to 0 means negative clock ho gaya. So Q1 will also work. For the value of J and K is again 1. For both the inputs, value is 1. So that means it will toggle the value. Again, in the next clock, in the third clock, this is going from 0 to 1. 0 to 1 means positive, so there will be no change in Q1. 1 to 0, there will be a change in Q1. So like this. अब आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो, यहाँ पे repetition start होगी. We started from 0, 0. Again, the same state is coming up. That means यहाँ पे आपके पास कितनी states आ रही हैं? 4 states. Number of states are 4. Number of states used are 4. So can I say that it's mod 2 counter? Mod 2 counter means आपके पास दो ही states आएंगे. Mod 4 counter means there are 4 states. Mod 8 counter means there are 8 states. So definitely mod 2 counter cannot be the answer for this question. So undoubtedly the answer is triple counter. तो इस केस में मैंने दो चीजें डिस्कस की हैं. पहली चीज, आपको ये टेबल बनाए बिना भी आप ऑप्शंस को एलिमिनेट करके you could have returned the correct answer. That is the ripple counter. Otherwise you can construct this. So this is like 0, then going to 1, 2, 3. So it is counting the states, 4 states. Is this clear? So this is about the question on the counters. Let's consider one question on the K-map. So here you are given with a 4 variable function f with 4 functions a, b, c, d. Using K-map, you have to simplify this function. You are given with the don't care. D stands for don't care condition. What will be the simplified expression? Can you solve this? If we have 4 variables, how many cells will be there in the K-map? K-map is nothing but this is the diagrammatic representation. So if 4 variables are there, or in 4 variable K-map, how many cells are there? Come on, hurry up. How many cells are there? Come on. 4 variables means 2 raised to power 4 combinations are required for A, B, C, D. That is 16. So very good. 16 cells will be there. So construct the K-map. K-map. 4 variable K-map. 16 cells are arranged in the form of 4 rows and 4 columns. Three, 4. Whatever is the least significant bit, we are keeping this on the left hand side. Least significant bits and most significant bits. So least significant 2 bits are AB. So I'll be taking here AB. And on this side we have CD. So with AB, again 4 combinations are there, and we know that K-map uses the gray coding scheme. So the values are 0, 0, 0, 1. Gray code means unidistant code, so it is 1, 1, 1, 0. Similarly, this is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. Since the options are given in the SOP format, so we will write this in the SOP. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. Kaise find kiya? 0, 0, 1, 1. This is the binary of 3. So that's why we are getting here 3. 0, 1, 1, 1. This is the binary of 7. So like this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. I have marked the cells. Now, mark the input. So this is marked as 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 8, 9, 12 and 13, 12 and 13. And after that, we have don't care at 10, 11, 14, 15, 10, 11, 14 and 15. For simplification purpose, हम क्या करते हैं? We need to create the groups of the maximum size. तो यहाँ पे सबसे पहले चेक करेंगे 16 cells को आप combine नहीं कर सकते because कुछ blank entries है. So we'll check for the octet. Is it possible to form an octet here? Let me provide the names as well. This is A complement, B complement, A complement B, AB, AB complement. Similarly, here we'll be getting C complement, D complement, C complement D, CD, and CD complement. Form the groups. Octet is definitely possible. Last two rows में हमारे पास octet बन रहे. What is the name of this octet? Naming के लिए हमें ये देखना होता है कौन सा variable constant है AB and AB complement. So A is fixed. So here we'll be getting A. और कोई भी column name fixed नहीं है. So this octet is named as A. Now we need to cover other ones. So here we are getting one quad. ये दो ones को cover करने के लिए आपके पास एक quad बन रहा है. The name of this quad is first and the last row. So B complement. First and the second column. तो यहाँ पे आपके पास C complement common है. So the name is B complement C complement. Then now we are left with single one. अब इस one को cover करने के लिए we can again form a quad on all the four corners. So all the four corners means first and the last column row is same. So that is B complement. First and the last column is same. So that is D complement. All the ones are covered. So we can write the equation. So this comes out to be A plus B complement D complement plus B complement and C complement. This is nothing but this is option 2. So 2 is the correct answer. Arun, why are you returning option A? मैंने आपको एक और अप्रोच बताई हुई है. अगर कभी कंफ्यूजन हो तो जो भी आपको वैल्यूज जो भी आपके पास मिन टर्म्स आ रही हैं उनको सब्सटीट्यूट करके देख लो, वहां पे मार्क कर लो टर्म्स को, यू विल गेट द आंसर. इट्स बी एंड सी अगर होता तो बी एंड सी के लिए आपके पास वैल्यूज कहाँ पे कॉमन आती? सेकंड लास्ट एंड द लास्ट कॉलम में, बिकॉज सी इज देयर. बी के लिए अब आप खुद चेक करके देखो बी कब आएगा, जब सेकेंड और थर्ड रो में एंट्रीज आ रही है. सेकेंड रो तो कंप्लीटली ब्लैंक है, तो बी आने का कोई स्कोप ही नहीं है. So obviously option 1 is incorrect. Option 2 is the correct one. So this is the question on K-maps. इससे पहले वाला counters पे था K-map. Now let's talk about one question which is on the basis of the logic gates. Here you are given with the logic gates. You have to find out the output of the following combinational circuit F. So here we are given with 3 OR gates. Let me call this as OR gate 1, OR gate 2, OR gate 3. And final output is generated by the AND gate. What is the output of first OR gate? OR gate 1 की output क्या आ रही है? I'm assuming this as X, this as Y, this as Z. So ultimately F is nothing but F is equal to X into y and z. Just said first one at the time you ask. Okay, no worries. So I'm focusing on finding the value of x that is returned by the output of OR gate 1. Second OR gate is returning y. आप कोई भी वेरिएबल्स ले सकते हो. ये मैंने सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम को डिकम्पोज करने के लिए, साइज छोटा करने के लिए octet value. All right. So what is the output for x? Check karo combination. So it is taking P1. So this is P1. Then it is taking complement for P2 and complement for P3. So P2 complement plus P3 complement. For OR gate 2, similarly write the expression. So it's P1 plus P2 complement plus P3. P1 plus P2 complement plus P3. Similarly for OR gate 3, it's P1 plus P2 plus P3 complement. P2 uncomplemented है, dots को check कीजिए, and this is P3 complement. Yeah, OR gates के output side. Now we will be writing the expression for the function f. So this comes out to be P1 plus P2 complement plus P3 complement. Here we are getting P1 plus P2 complement plus P3 and output of OR 3. So this is P1 plus P2 plus P3 complement. Now I'll be using the rules of Boolean algebra. So we know that if we are given with A plus B and A plus C, this is equal to what? This is equal to A plus BC. अगर आपको A plus BC दिया हुआ है तो आप distribute कर सकते हो. You can apply the distributive law. Now in this case, if you observe, P1 plus P2 complement is same. So let me call this as A plus this is B. B is something like P3 complement and this is A plus C. I'm handling the first two terms first. So this will be resulting into A plus BC. So I can write this expression as F comes out to be P1 plus P2 complement. This is A plus I need to write B and C. So B is P3 complement and C is P3. Remaining terms, I'm keeping this as it is. P2 plus P3 complement. Make sense? Now, we know that A into A complement is 0. So this term becomes P3 complement and P3 becomes 0. Make sense? यहाँ तक कोई doubt? So ultimately the expression comes out to be P1 plus P2 complement and here we have P1 plus P2 plus P3 complement. Again you can apply the same concept. Here P1 is same, so I'm calling this as A, this as B, calling this as A because this is static, this is C. So again same formula A plus BC, so this comes out to be A P1 plus B C. P2 complement and C is B into C. C is P2 plus P3 complement. Expand it. This comes out to be P1 plus P2 complement P2 plus P2 complement P3 complement. Again, this term comes out to be 0. P2 complement and P2. This term is 0. So it is resulting into P1 plus P2 complement, P3 complement. This is nothing but this is option 2. So I have simply used the Boolean algebra laws. दो ही rule use किए हैं, which is written on the top right corner of the screen. So I have used these two rules. आपको एक circuit diagram दिया हुआ था. You were given with the combinational circuit. आपने छोटे छोटे factors पे करके या तो find कर लो या फिर directly आप expression लिख सकते हो. So आपको हर स्टेप की आउटपुट समझ में है, इसलिए मैंने इसको डिवाइड करके लिखा है. और गेट 1 के आउटपुट के, और गेट 2 के आउटपुट के, और गेट 3 के आउटपुट के, एंड देन finally how the function f is represented. So this is the detailed solution. तो कोई भी क्वेश्चन आता है कॉम्बिनेशनल सर्किट से, आपको कोई लॉजिक सर्किट दिया हुआ है, obviously logic circuit में logic gates will be used. So just use the representations, जो भी notations है use कीजिए, and by applying Boolean algebra laws easily you can simplify the expression. So this is the question from combinational circuit. जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया था, we'll be taking the questions from different sections. पहला question मैंने number system पे discuss किया. Second question we had discussed on the sequential circuit. Third question on minimization K-map. Fourth question मैंने combinational circuit से लिए. That too we have minimized the expression using Boolean algebra. With K-map, obviously you can solve this, but it's gonna be very complex. So here you are getting the expression in POS form, तो definitely आप solve कर सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Definitely सारिका. So POS यहाँ पे जो आपके पास expression आ रहा है, this is and of sum. So this is product of sum. So the function that you have obtained here is that is in the form of POS expression. So we have talked about how to handle POS expression in K-map. So definitely yes, you can use K-maps. But make sure बनाते हुए आपको क्या जब भी आप K-map बना रहे हो for the POS expression, तो 0 और 1 को convert करना नहीं भूलना. And we know that in the POS expression, focus is on 0. Like जो हमने अभी K-map किया था, उस केस में we had created the K-map with the entries 1 और focus क्या था, सारे ones को cover करना है. POS में focus क्या होता है, to cover all the zeros. Okay. So this is all about this session. In the next session, again, we'll be having similar kind of questions. So definitely I'll not be picking all the questions from one topic. So I want you to revise the whole digital. आप एक शॉट में सारा डिजिटल रिवाइज कर लो, ताकि 5-7 सेशंस के बाद आपको लगे कि डिजिटल फाइनल हो गए, बिकॉज क्वेश्चंस क्लास में हो जाएंगे. ओके. So in the next session, I'll see you guys with new set of questions and we'll be learning the concepts through the questions. So this is all from my side. If you guys have any doubt or query, you can ask. And those who are new on this channel, don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get the notifications of the new upcoming videos. And अगर आपको लगता है कि ये सारी चीजें पूरी डिटेल में लाइव सेशन में कवर होनी चाहिए, obviously recordings इधर उधर सर्च करके you need to do a lot of hard work to get one video on the topic particular concept के ऊपर. So if you want कि आपके सारे concepts live sessions में cover हो, so we have the super coaching batch जिसमें हम paper 1 और paper 2 दोनों ही live batch में cover कर रहे हैं, paper 1 and paper 2, and target is to cover the whole syllabus by the end of April, so that आपको मई और आधा जून एटलीस्ट टेस्ट सीरीज के लिए क्वेश्चंस के लिए मिल जाए. पेपर 1 की क्लास डेली होती है 12:30 PM, that is noon. This is from Monday to Saturday except Sunday. So for the paper 1, Sunday is off. And for paper 2 daily, we are having 2 sessions, one in the morning and other one in the evening. 2 sessions इसलिए रखे, obviously you know that the syllabus is too much, so we want to finish it on time, ताकि timely खत्म होगा तो ही आप revision कर पाओगे. बिना revision के अगर आप result expect कर रहे हो तो that is not going to happen. So result के लिए practice is very very important. Test series बहुत important है. So in the evening, we are having 2 hour session from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. For paper 2, no weekend off, no Saturday and Sunday off, no weekend off, क्योंकि weekends पे हम ज़्यादा time devote कर सकते हैं, तो इसके लिए what we have done is we have kept some off in the weekdays, like for morning session, Thursday is off, and for the evening sessions, Monday and Tuesday is off. Apart from this, I'm taking the YouTube sessions at 6:30. ये usually half an hour session होता है, छोटा सा session होता है जिसमें आपको 3-4 तरीके के questions, maximum 5 तरीके के questions different तरीकों से जैसे भी हो सकते हैं, we are covering that. So YouTube sessions are just for the practice, but if you want to learn the concepts, you can join this super coaching batch. If you want to get to know more about super coaching, then the link of super coaching is given in the description box. And फिर भी अगर आपकी कोई query है or you want to ask something, then you can either post that in the chat section or you can join the Telegram group. Link is again given in the description box. So just go through the description box because all the important information is there. So this is all from my side, and definitely guys, your comments, your likes gives me a lot of motivation. So if you are liking these videos, don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next session. Take care. Bye bye.